Dear participants, can businesses or enterprises cover everyone, or can we give answer to the needs of everyone? Zeynep Gürhan Canlı from Koç University. And also we have a social entrepreneur, Deniz Yılmaz, a very young lady, Zeynep Gürhan Canlı, will come to this stage first.
Sesim fazla geliyor galiba.
Hi,
Hafif konuşmaya
my voice is a little bit high, I guess.
Mazur görün lütfen fazla heyecanlı
I'm a little bit
bağlayan var.
excited.
Hiçbir sunumum yok.
I don't have any
Dinlediğiniz
presentation.
için çok
Thank you very
teşekkürler.
much
Çok
for
güzel
sticking with
sunumlar
us till this time of the day. We
Ee,
are having a very fruitful summit. In 2030, we would like to eradicate the poverty, and in order to catch this target, implement this target, we discussed many different things. We need to be creative, we need to be inclusive, and the matter of this session is whether the enterprises can be inclusive of all. Let me tell you a story about that. It's a research story. I'm an academician. That's all I do, and and I will try to communicate it in an interesting way because it's late. I will be talking about three results, then I will be giving you an example, nice example, and afterwards, a young entrepreneur is going to telling you her own story. About 2 years ago, UNDP, along with the UNDP Istanbul headquarters, we initiated a project, very comprehensive project, of which academical part is quite strong. Our purpose was to examine deeply the role of enterprises, the role of private sector in terms of eradication of the poverty. We saw the comprehensive, inclusive business models. These business models can include the disadvantaged people more to the chain of business, and these models are quite innovative and requires cooperation. And during our research, we examined 150 business models systematically, and we came up with some results. And in Turkey, with managers, we interviewed them, and we conducted questionnaires. And the most important characteristics of the successful businesses is that they have a very successful business model. If they can have the social benefit and social good hand in hand with the profit, then they can be very successful. There are more than 150 examples, but these examples that we examined systematically, they have a common point. They really attach great importance to the cooperation. And they really run the cooperations in the utmost manner. Competition is on the table all the time. Now, cooperation is becoming a hot topic. Without cooperation, we cannot reach our social targets. And second characteristics of these models is the following. These inclusive business models are coming up with different and innovative models and processes, and they become successful. I mean, this is the triggering point of the success of the innovation models. When we look at the situation in Turkey, we can see very nice examples applying the inclusive business models, but there are only a few of them, and we hope that the number will increase. And in the research we conducted, we discovered the fact that the awareness level is quite low. Sharing such experiences and examples are going to let this number increase. Another example that's worth mentioning is about Türk Telekom. It's one of the examples we examined in our research. Life is Easier with Internet is the project of Türk Telekom. We had a chance to interview the managers, and with this project, Türk Telekom introduced internet to 30,000 people. Internet literacy is being given to those people, and social benefit of this project is very clear. We're all using internet. We can't think of a life without internet, but there are thousands out there who can't have an access to the internet, and they don't know how to use it, even if they do. Therefore, this project was for the elderly. They had never seen internet before, and Türk Telekom introduced them internet for the first time in their lives. And this project was targeting at the social benefit. If you're Türk Telekom and if your business is internet, this is also a business target. Why? You can develop a market, you can reinforce your relations with your customers, you can establish an emotional bond, which is very hard to get. And project of Türk Telekom can be uttered as an example project within the business contraction, and we had a chance to get a closer look to this project. And our second example is not going to be told by me. A young entrepreneur friend of ours is going to present it. And one of the most exciting part of our research project is as follows. Of course, we are working as a team in our research. Deniz Yılmaz participated in our team as a high school student. In our university, we do have summer program for the high school students at our university. We are trying to encourage the high school students to make research and for them to get experiences. Deniz worked with us, and I thought that she was into the research, and I liked it. And then I discovered that Deniz had a project, implemented a project, in fact. Now I would like to invite Deniz. This was, we didn't see that coming, you know. This was one of the positive results of the project, research project. I was proud of that, and I hope that you will share the same opinion with me after you listen to Deniz. I'm inviting Deniz to the floor, and Deniz will show a video first, then she will be telling you about her project.
Meslek öğrendik mesela trikotajın ne olduğunu bilmiyordum. Daha önce hiç bilmiyordum. Öğrendik.
Çocuklarıma harcama yapıyorum. Evime yapıyorum. Kendim için harcıyorum. Yani küçük de olsa bir katkısı oluyor yani.
Çocuklarımı okutuyorum. Evime pazar parası, kontör parası.
Yaptığım bir şeyi yani. Dışarıdaki birinin üzerinde gördüğüm zaman memnun olurum ben.
Gurur duyuyoruz. Biz de deriz ki bir şey yapıyoruz mesela.
Çok mutlu olurum. Bu benimdir derim. Gözlerim ışıldar.
Değerli Zeynep Hocam, sayın misafirler.
Distinguished Zeynep Hanım, distinguished guests, I'm having a very nice coincidence on my behalf. Cotton and handicraft project has been realized thanks to Zeynep Hanım, and when I was notified that I would be on the same stage with her, I was honored. Before proceeding with my presentation, the message I would like to leave you with is that in order to have an inclusive business models, you don't need to be a world giant. This can be implemented in companies at all scales. If Cotton could do that, any similar company could do the same. I would like to start my speech with an idea from a book, the popular book Drive. what you do should be autonomous and it should be serving for a bigger purpose than yours. And in my generation, this motivation is more effective than the one depending on the punishment and the reward. Cotton handicraft project is happened as a result of this motivation. In Robert College, that's my school, the theoretic information I got in Zeynep Hanım's project in Bayburt, in the museum, we organized a summer camp, and I had a chance to spend time with the families of the kids. And during that time, they were doing really nice embroidery, and they were all handmade. And they really put their efforts, greatest efforts to do those embroidery and the other stuff. And this heritage is quite valuable. And not using this handicraft was the waste of HR, and there was a business potential which was not used. In Koç University, I participated in this research and it motivated me. Inclusive business model, what was it saying? Disadvantaged groups which are out of the economic system are going to be included in the economic system, including these people in the value chain and making people who don't produce normally to be producers. And the most important thing is to make it sustainable, of course. I talked to my family and I made my father read all my research because I was looking for a project that will be supporting women in the long run. My idea was to have the embroidery prepared by the Anatolian women on the dresses prepared by Cotton brand and creating a moda line. And it was critical to start working with an NGO which is knowledgeable about that region, and I would like to thank that NGO for supporting us because it made us gain impetus. And the rest was about creating demand and bringing the customers and the products together. Cotton designers really liked what these Anatolian women made, and they created special designs, and the embroidery was taken from those handicrafts prepared by the Anatolian women instead of the machine, and they sacrificed their profit margin a little bit, and they kept the price the same as other cotton products. These designs were coming from Soma, Gaziantep, Şanlıurfa, Batman. At the first step, 350 women, and afterwards 800 women. And the last part was to bring together the products and the customers, because in the 45 shops of cotton, special labels were used, and cotton customers met with the products, and the sales were awesome, and it was a sign that we did a good thing and we are getting good reactions. And the women were very happy because they had now their economic power, and it really bettered our motivation. And at the end of 2016, we are planning to have reached 10,000 women, and we are planning to increase the number of products to 200 products. And it's going to, of course, it's not possible to take the edge off for all the women living in the Anatolia, but we are doing our contribution. And of course, our biggest supporters are our customers. Thanks for listening. Thank you very much. She's lovely. And she's doing very, very good things, and she's filling her head with good things. Thank you very much for that as well.
Teşekkür ederim. Sağ olun.
Thanks for coming and thanks for participating.